Microphone. Hey, there we go. Again, welcome. Thank you, Jay. I knew it. Microphone should be up there. It's gonna happen. I was not paying attention. Hope you guys. Are you guys getting sound now? You should be getting sound. This time, or otherwise, I'm just talking to. There we go. Okay. Sorry, it's another one of those. It happened before. It's happened a couple of times. I'm not paying attention to. I wasn't paying attention to the microphone. It is now on. So welcome everybody. That was the silent film version of Anime Show that you just saw earlier. We're gonna color it into black and white, so you'll get to see a little bit of that for later on. It's gonna happen. It's happened before. It's gonna happen again. Anyway, welcome to another edition of Anime Show. Let's Anime, just like it says up there. This is episode 18, which I'm really excited about because we're almost in the 20s, which is what I was saying a little while ago. So we've had 18 episodes so far since we started in May. I'm pleased with that. It's a lot more than the podcast I tried to start way back when. So I'm excited to do some more stuff here for the show. This is going to be a special edition of the show. We've got a guest coming on tonight, and we're gonna just basically sit here and talk. Again, subscribe if you're interested in subscribing. The button is down there somewhere, and there should be the little bell notification thingy that will let you know when we go live next. Tonight's show is, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but this time I'm kind of going off script because we don't have a sponsor. We don't have the unofficial sponsor either. Tonight I'm drinking some tea that I made, but it's still in the Xena cup, so that's still cool. Which is really cool. Normally, we're unofficially sponsored by the Starbucks that's down the street from me, and we have stuff. But I spent most of today indoors working on some story research and some D&D stuff that I was playing last night. Yes, it's another nerdy thing that I do. So yeah, it's all good. So welcome to everybody coming into chat. Come on in, have a seat. We're about to get started. So no sponsor this week. We'll have the sponsor next week, because basically that's basically how I kind of roll. All right, so if everybody is ready, we're gonna get things started here. I've got yeah, I know. Jay says no sponsor. What? Yes, this time I did not go out to go and get the sponsor, the unofficial or otherwise. I've been pretty much all at home, knee deep in research, and did not get to go out. So anyway, next week we'll have one next week. Not to worry, it's happened before. We've done this again. So next week we will have the unofficial sponsor. Right now I just have a cup of tea that I made from downstairs in my Xena cup, which I've shown you guys before. So anyway, so we are attired as normal. We have the poppin'party towel that you see here. The rest of it's on my shoulder. We have the lanyard, and we have the shirt, which is the Kamuy shirt. Yay! There we go. All right, so we're all ready to talk anime and Bandori with our special guest. So let's get things started. Let's get this intro up. Here we go. Aokona yori Vic-san Senshu no Myoujo desu. It's Vic from the Anime Week. There we go. Vic, welcome aboard. How's that for a nice intro for you? You're gonna just storm into the ring, right? You're gonna strike a pose like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah! Look at these bones, brother!
There we go. Rip your shirt off.
Yeah! I ripped my shirt off, man.
All right, we need video of that. Welcome.
Oh, no,
welcome.
I don't know.
We're gonna post it. It's gonna be all over Twitter. Vic just ripping his shirt off to the the Kenny Omega music, right?
Yeah, Kenny Omega.
Yeah, all right.
Man, it feels weird to come out with one of my favorite wrestlers' theme songs. That's for sure.
Well, I asked you. I was gonna do that the one Immigrant from, was it Led Zeppelin? But then you said, "Oh, I got one. Here, we'll do this one." So hey, there it is. It's you got your theme song there.
Yeah, it's perfect, man.
Excellent. Now, thank you for coming onto the show. You are actually the first ever guest we've had on the show.
Yeah,
so that's the inaugural.
It's my pleasure to be here. I've been watching the streams. I mean, sometimes, not all the time, because it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. So.
Right. So we've got a bunch of people. Jin and Random Dude are in chat. They're saying Vic and SHIYOU Vic, and some other folks are in there. We've got Abuzar, who's in chat, it looks like, as well. Yep. So it looks like some other folks that you probably know who are following you.
Yep, definitely.
And I did invite some people from the Bandori Discord channel, so hopefully there's some people watching. Now before we get to the list of questions that I've got in front of me,
All right.
now that you are here, and I don't know if you can see this from where you are, if you're on your computer or whatnot, but
I do have the stream up, but it's like synced a bit back, so yeah, it's gonna take a while to come up.
No worries, but I'm sure since you are here, you'll eventually see this if you do replay the stream. I figured that I've got somebody special who has a reaction to you coming on to the show, so I'm gonna pop that real quick.
Oh, what?
And there you go. That was the clip from Tanaka-san where Saichi decides to make... All for you, man! All for you! Because we know you're Tanaka-san, right? Right?
Oh, God, I wish.
I told you I was going to drop that in there, so when you do watch the stream, you'll see that little bit. Okay. All right, so Vic. Why don't you introduce yourself to our captive audience here? I'm sure a lot of people know you, but some people might not. So please tell us who is Vic? Who is Vic?
I'm gonna do a standard introduction. What is up, guys? Vic here. I'm from the Anime Weeb. I got a YouTube channel. I'm also known as the Idol Weeb, Indian Giguk, and Joy from the Anime Man, the Dollar Store version. I have a YouTube channel, of course, the Anime Weeb. You guys can check it out. And I got a podcast. I'm also the host of this so-called podcast, Behind the Frames, along with my buddy who's in chat, Random Dude, who is the co-host. And I just talk anime, I talk trash, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, so given that, tell us what would you say is your most interesting quirk, personality or otherwise?
I try to sound like I know English, but I just sound awful, I guess.
Oh, come on, I'm
very nasally.
You're doing fine in my book. I think you're doing okay.
And I'm very nasally.
It's okay. That could be the quirk. That could be, you could work with that, right?
Gin's going off in chat. Imagine naming yourself the Anime Weeb.
Yeah.
Gin, you literally named yourself after Gintoki from Gintama. You're the one to speak.
And there we go. All right. All right. So before we get to the next question, I'm sure you've already seen it. What, Jennifer-chan? What in the heck? Were you?
I saw that.
Fever 5. What is that even? What's your take? What do you think?
I saw that on the ending, like when the ending came out early, and I saw that it was going crazy on Twitter. Who the heck is beside Chisato? And I was like, oh shit, what the hell is that?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm thinking. Go ahead.
So I was thinking it was what was his name again? Babano-san? Babano-sama? I totally forgot. Yeah, I thought it was his ancestor or something, but then I was like, oh shit, it's Jennifer. What?
And did you catch the Bandori live with Saichi when she had the plush toy of Jennifer-chan? What? And they have T-shirts. What is that?
Yeah, they have actual merchandise. Imagine being the 5 people to get that shirt, and you put that shirt and you walk around the street.
You know what? If I can get that shirt, I will definitely walk around with that. I will take a picture.
If I had to wear that, if someone would come up and ask me, who drew this? A 5-year-old? Anything?
You say it came from an anime. And it's art.
Yeah,
it's art, damn it. It's art.
It's art. It's a masterpiece.
It is. It's like, it's like Picasso, right? It's kind of Picasso-like. Very.
It's Mona Lisa. It's just better.
There you go. That is it. It's a Bandori Lisa. And speaking of Bandori, let's talk Bandori, since
all right.
I see you on Twitter talking about Bandori for the most part. I'm sure you deal with other stuff, but I did the first time I heard you talk about anything was Bandori-related. That was the podcast where you had you had Ayako and Taya talking about fan subbing, so that was like, hey, that's first exposure to Vic was there on that show. So tell us about your conversion to Bandori. What got you started? What was it? How did it start for you?
So it was around, I guess, 2020, during lockdown, of course. I think early 2020. So I was on Discord, of course. I use a lot of Discord, of course. So so I was in the server, and these people were talking about Bandori, and I was like, ew, you guys are into that idol stuff? And they're like, bro, it's not idol, just check it out. And so I went ahead and I got, downloaded the game, and I checked out the covers. So Rosalia covered Sukiyakari no Michishirube, which is a not very popular, honestly, but a opening for Darker Than Black Season 2, the anime. So when I saw that they covered it, and I was like, oh shoot, no way they covered this song. So I got like fascinated. I was like, all right, okay, I'll check it out. And then as I got into the covers, I gotten deeper into Bandori, and then I started. When I really got invested into Bandori was towards in the said server. There was a stream going on, so one of my buddies were playing Rocksmith, which is a Guitar Hero like game, but not Guitar Hero. Okay. It's with an actual guitar. So he was playing a lot of songs. We were suggesting songs and stuff, and two other people came in, and they were, and then he put in, Firebird, and I was like, Firebird? Oh, from Rosalia. Okay, all right, I'll give it a listen. And I was just blown away when I heard that song for the first time. And I started to check out content. I check out more Bandori content, and slowly I was falling in and watched the anime. I got invested in the anime. I kind of took a break from Bandori after that, because I was focusing on my YouTube channel and other stuff. But then I had two videos with Bandori, of course. I mean, 3 videos, actually. 2 ranking videos and the essay video that I did. So the first, I think it was the first or the second ranking video, because I searched songs off of YouTube, the recommendations was filled with Bandori stuff, and then started watching clips, and slowly got into it, and now here we are.
And the rest, as they say, is history? Is that just about right?
Yep. The rest is history.
So so you've been in it for roughly a year, a little over a year, then.
Yep, a little over a year. I think it was around the games. So I don't remember exactly which one. I think it was around the time when everyone graduated, and not graduated. Sorry, it was around the new school season time for the in the game. So when they focused on that Afterglow event where Ran wears glasses.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. And it was around they released the song, the Itsumoto ino brand new days kawaru na na na.
Sing it, boy. Sing it, boy. Sing it. Sing it. Come on,
I don't remember the whole song.
Okay.
I don't remember the whole song. I don't remember the whole song. So yeah, it was when they released that song in the game that I actually got into the game. Okay.
And then you said you got into the anime. Was it much later than? So game first, mute the songs.
Game first.
Okay.
Game first. Game first, anime later, because then I kind of stopped playing the game. Then I checked out the anime, and oh boy, that was alright.
Well, by about that time, the 2 seasons had come out, and they were just about to, launch season 3, weren't they?
Yeah.
By then, yeah.
Yeah, and no, actually, when I started watching the anime, like season 3 was done airing.
Oh, it had, okay.
So, yeah.
So you were just ready to just binge all 3 seasons if you wanted to in one go.
Yeah, see, the thing is with me watching anime is that whenever there are shows that it seems like, okay, this is bingeable, I would not watch it weekly, and I'll just wait for it to be done airing, and then I would binge it. Yeah, it's like that for me with a lot of the shows.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just want to. I don't want to wait that week, right?
Yeah,
or whatever, and
definitely.
just let everything run through. So after finding yourself diving into Bandori, what is it about Bandori that basically keeps you attracted to it? I mean, I know you said you kind of took a break, but what is it that drew you? Was it the music? Was it the characters, the animation, the design? What for you? What was it that
for me?
That sucked you in.
So the first thing that got me into Bandori was actually I'm more in depth to Bandori than anything else because, as I said, this when I discovered Bandori, it was around lockdown. And I was shut in home. I had nothing else to do. And I was even mentally a bit low, just, in lockdown and stuff. Right. So, and during that phase, I kind of discovered Bandori and to, distract myself from all the stuff that is happening and, just listen to music and stuff. So I listen to a lot of music. And the reason why I'm listening to a lot of music nowadays is thanks to Bandori because one of the things I learned to appreciate from Bandori was instrumentals and everything that goes into a song rather than just the vocals. Okay. And also my love for guitar, which even though I say I love guitar, I don't even know how to play it. So I started to appreciate guitar a lot more and get into the heavier side of music, you could say, and. It's one of the things that Bandori helped me was be a lot more diverse in my taste for music rather than listening to one specific genre. Listen to a lot of genres, see what you think about it. Because Bandori itself is in they have 7 groups, 7 different vibe. You got Poppin'party, who's pop rock,
right?
Rosalia, who's not goth rock but more alternative. More rock, you could say. Then you got Morphonica, who's symphonic metal, and you got Hello Happy, who's very cheery, the cheery music, and you got Paspere, who got the idol music. So as you start listening to all of them, you start to appreciate the different characteristics of every song, every type of song. Right. So I think that's one of the things that really drew me into Bandori. Another thing is, of course, the characters and the seiyus. So if you guys have watched Bandori, if you guys are really deep into Bandori, you might know that some of the events in the anime are also related to the characters. I mean, so to the seiyus, the season 2, the Wrath arc. Was actually in relation to the fans questioning Otsukasai's talent, why is she in Poppin'party because she could play a lot better in any other group, and that's them addressing that. And there's a lot more, how Layer's background is actually similar to Rachel's, and Koharu Riko's background is similar to Locke's and stuff. So that's one of the things that got me into it, because it's not just another idol series, which, we're going to save the school. We're going to do this for 3 seasons. Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. It's different.
Did they save Hanajo? Oh, we don't know, right?
Oh no, we don't know. Yeah, they're definitely not going to save the school or anything, right?
Right.
But it was a breath of fresh air for me, and thanks to Bandori, I actually got into idol stuff as well. So it was kind of like that. And what else? I mean, the seiyus in general as well, because there's a lot of talented seiyus in Bandori, of course. The Poppin'party group itself is very talented. All the groups are talented, and I was into seiyus before that as well. I'm a very big seiyu otaku. I look into seiyus and stuff. So Bandori just expanded that for me. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So since you mentioned the influence of the various groups as far as influencing your tastes in music, So before I get to this next one, so what was Vic listening to before? What was the single genre, or if you had to pick a single genre that you were always listening to, what was it before your things opened up from listening to?
Honestly, I never had a single genre. I just listened
okay.
to whatever. Like,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, like, all right, if there's a Martin Garrix, I would listen to that. But it was very EDM influenced at first because I used to listen to all those trendy songs during that time, like
Gotcha.
Taylor Swift, yeah, Taylor Swift, Martin Garrix, or
Right.
Alan Walker. You know, all the trendy stuff, so I could keep up with my friends in class. But yeah, then after that, I slowly started to drift away. Just if listen to what I'm interested in rather than just, the popular stuff. So yeah.
So you were already listening to other things, just not directly what you wanted. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just not directly what I wanted because again, it was just all the popular stuff, and okay, I'll get to it in a bit later because there are some stuff that I do want to talk about.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
So back to Bandori. I'm gonna ask you to give me your personal rankings of various things.
Oh boy!
So,
all right.
Then again, it's gonna be different for other people, and I'm sure we'll see what people say in chat if they agree or disagree, or want to shout out or anything. So let's start with the bands. Of the bands in Bandori, how would you rank them? Who would be in your mind? Who would be take top spot and then down through what we've got 7 of them. So.
Oh boy, this is a tough one because I get asked this a lot. Like, Vic, what's your top Bandori band? And usually I divide this into 2, like characters and story and characters and music. So
okay, all right.
Story and character wise, I think Paspare is like the best one in my opinion because the band story of Paspare is a lot. It shows the dark side of idols and stuff a bit, and yet keeps it lighthearted. But and even though I say the Paspare one is number 1, there's the other ones are good as well. Like Rosalia's band story is a lot, let's say serious. It's gritty, it's serious, and there's the bands are trying to coexist, and with Poppy, it's a lot more lighthearted. So it's very hard to rank them, and honestly, it really depends on personal taste. But for me, first would be Paspare, second would be Rosalia, third would be poppin'party, fourth would be Afterglow. Afterglow? Alright, Afterglow. Fifth would be Morphonica. I do want to put Raz high, but since it's I feel like Raz's story is a lot better as an anime rather than the band story, so
gotcha. Okay,
it's getting a 6th. And I'm sorry to the Hello Happy fans, but 7th because here's the thing: I'm not a huge fan of Hello Happy because even though the characters are good, I can't get behind the music because it's not my taste.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so but yeah, music wise, oh boy, music wise is gonna be a tough one because. I think Raz, Afterglow, and Rosalia are like my top bands because they are rock music and they're like my taste,
Gotcha.
Especially with Afterglow because they're garage rock oriented.
Right.
So if you would ask me what my top would be, I would say number 1 is tied with Rosalia, Raz, and Afterglow, honestly.
Wow, nice, a 3-way tie. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, 3-way tie. And then second would be Poppy because here's the thing, but me and Poppy, I didn't like their music at first because it was like very teary. It was the type that I didn't like. But as I started to go through their discography, especially Teardrops and Mai Suzume and stuff, that was when I started to realize that they are not just like a one-trick pony or just that one sound, spun around.
Right.
Because Teardrops is not the, something like Photograph. Both of them are different. Time Lapse is not, Damn it, I don't remember all the songs. Oh shit. All right, you take these songs. They have the gritty ones. They have the cheery ones. They have a diversity in their genre. So they would be second for me. Third would be who'd be third? No, actually, I've already named 4 bands, so there's 3.
Right.
Damn it. Who would be third for me? Damn it. I think it would be poppin'party because they have the catchy songs. They have the really catchy songs. Yeah, and if I don't put them third, the poppin'party fans are gonna kill me because we all know it. We all know A to Z is like the national anthem of Bandori, so yeah, I can't leave that out.
And then, last but not least, we have.
But yeah, then it's Morphonica and Hello Happy.
Okay.
Morphonica for me started rocky because we all know how they started out. We all know the controversy behind it, the whole Amane situation. And I didn't know Amane, like, when I listened to Morphonica at first, so I felt like her vocals was below par. Like, I was like, no, this is not real, because you have such amazing instrumentals, and then you have those vocals, and you just your interest, like with music, you have to impress the you have to impress the listener within 5 seconds. If you can't do that, they're gonna skip it. That's how music works.
Okay.
And when you have that in, like, you have Ayasa's violin, and you just do it so well, and then you go you go just your face on the floor with that vocals. Honestly, for me at least. And I was like, oh no, I'm not liking this one bit. And it was the covers that I listened to at first. But then I listened to Daylight, and I was like, okay, she's improving. And then I heard the live version from the 8th place, and I was like, okay, she's actually improving. Then I started to get behind Morphonica a bit more. So yeah. And yeah, how happy I said again, I'm not a fan of the cheering music, so I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. I'm sure if I talk to somebody else, I'm sure Hello Happy will be right up in their top 3. So we, like I said, these are all your personal opinions. I'm not here to judge. I just want to hear, just because it's neat. It's neat to find out where people, where people's interests lie. And you kind of get a sense of, they're into, like you said, you're more into the rock, hard rock. So hence you have Afterglow, Roz, and Roselia, which pretty much span that type of rock that, from garage rock all the way to the kind of hardcore
alternate rock.
Yeah, the alternate, the very hard alternate rock. Okay, so let's go from bands to. Oh, I think you might have already covered this to some degree in terms of music, but if you had to list your 5 top songs out of all the bands.
Oh no! All right, okay. This should be a lot easier than just naming the bands. Yeah. So number 1 is Determination Symphony, hands down. I'm not changing that. I don't care what songs will be. Determination Symphony is number 1.
That should have been your entrance. That should have been your entrance song then.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah. No, you might get copyrighted. So.
That's true.
Yeah. So again, Determination Symphony, because purely not because it's a catchy song, because there's context to the lyrics. Okay. If you guys read the. Damn it! When was it? The SHIYOU Under the Umbrella event. I don't remember the name of it. If you guys have read that, and the SHIYOU Hina relationship might be the best character relationship in Bandori, hands down, because of how well it's written and long-term storytelling at its best. So when you have that, and when you have that moment when SHIYOU is starting to accept Hina, and then you have this song which is very tied into SHIYOU SHIYOU starting to accept Hina, and then you listen to this and you're like, oh my god, okay, this is actually deeper than anything. Determination Symphony is the first song that I got into, like, lyric-wise and guitar-wise as well. So there's that. Yeah. So my first would be Determination Symphony. Second, oh shit. Actually, I'm going to say my top 5, so it should be easier. I'll have each from one band, I guess. Second would be... what would be my second, honestly? I do want to have a Raz song up there, so it's going to be a tough one. Crap! I gotta think here.
Okay.
Okay. Second would be a poppin'party song. Let's go.
Okay.
It's either Teardrops or Time Lapse because, as I said, man, punk rock. Fucking love it. Alright, third would be a poppin'party song, probably A to Zero. No, actually, Moichi the Luminous. That's like my favorite Past Bullet song.
Oh, okay.
Because you know, it sounds a lot more emotional than the usual poppin'party song. You know, it's cheery and upbeat, but Moichi the Luminous sounds a lot more, a lot more emotional, slow, and it's lyric-wise as well. It's one of it's deep. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the least I can say. So yeah, that's up there on third. Fourth would be either One of Us by Afterglow or Tsunago Sorayamu, because those were the first songs I heard from. No, that's not those songs that I heard that I loved from Afterglow. Because I always think that covers of Afterglow are better than their originals. Because
Oh, really?
I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, that's what I think at least.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of their songs I just can't get behind at times. Like
Gotcha.
you listen to Rumbling Memory and you're like, they are a pop rock band. I mean, sorry, a garage rock band, right?
Right.
But then again, diverse. Being diverse. So I can't blame them for that. But One of Us and Tsunago Sorayamu are like the songs that I really loved from Afterglow. So that would be like fourth. From Hello Happy, Gekang, the Phantom Thief one. I don't remember. See, this is how much I do. I just can't get behind the Hello Happy. I can't even get their titles right. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. Remember, any Hello Happy fans, don't kill him right now. Don't come after Vic.
So,
he's a nice guy, really. He is.
So yeah, the Phantom Thief one would be up top for me, or the Nico X Nico is Happiness. I think that one.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't remember the song. It was the Nico na 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 na. That one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one would be up there.
Okay.
So for Hello Happy, Raz. Oh boy, Raz has a very tight discography. They got some bangers in there. It would be either Hell or Beautiful Birthday or Unstoppable. Those three are like my go-to listening songs from Raz.
Okay.
Yeah, last but not the least, Morphonica, Daylight, and the other song that I totally forgot, Flame of Hope. There we go.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is my top songs from all bands.
Excellent. Careful, Jin is getting his pitchfork right now. So,
I'm sorry, man.
No pitchforks. Come on. It's okay. It's all right.
Put the pitchforks down. I beg you.
He's a really nice guy. He likes the top three. Remember? Okay. All right. So
I know Gin personally. That man's an absolute twat.
You heard it here on the stream, folks. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't know him, and it wouldn't be right for me to say that.
All right, actually, let me just look at the chat real quick. Legendary Anime JP fan says, ever watch Kidanshi Detective? Rock band like Guns N' Roses is my favorite. I haven't watched Kidanshi Detective, actually. I heard about it. Rock bands like Guns N' Roses. Those are classics, man. Like, you got taste.
There you go.
All right. Let's hop on to the next question. How about
that? Sounding songs. Yeah. No, Gin brings up an interesting point. Personally, he says, or they say, I don't really care much for lyrics. I just want good sounding songs. What's your take on that? Is it for you?
Really,
for you?
That really depends on. You can speak. My bad.
Yeah, no. In terms of Bandori, when you're looking at some of the songs, or you're listening to some of the songs, is it the what they sound like that gets you, or is it the lyrics, or is it a combination one first, and then you figure, like you were talking about Determination Symphony.
Yeah.
The story behind it was what drew you more, and I'm sure. I mean, it's a great song.
Yep.
But when you hear the story behind it and then see how it ties into the relationship between, I mean, that I would have to agree with you. The SHIYOU relationship is like, at least it's when I finally watched episode of Roselia, that core that core storyline, that was the one that said, okay, yeah, no, I'm taking back what I said about Roselia from way back in my initial take on them. And now that I'm seeing this, there's the nuance in there just kicks it up another level.
Yeah, so that really depends on how you listen to music. For me personally, I'm not. I even though I do say I check the lyrics, I don't usually do that with anything. Like, okay, I listen to rap. So one of the things about rap music is that they have a lot of meanings and a lot of lyrics that might have double meanings to it.
Right.
Like, if you take any diss track, for example, from rap artists, not from YouTubers, okay? If you take any rap artists, like Eminem, for example, like, we all know he raps fast, but that's not the only thing he's good at. He's a lyricist. He's a master lyricist. Whatever he sells as syllables, everything rhymes perfectly, but also it makes sense because there might be double context to what he's saying. It's not just a straight up insult. It might also be a backhanded insult as well. So that's one thing that I got from, like, reading lyrics and stuff. I mean, listening to lyrics. But with Japanese songs, it's not possible because I feel like, language barrier is a thing. Nobody can, like, nobody would put, so the thing is, nobody would put that much research into the song, Like, they would listen to it and they're like, all right, okay, it sounds catchy, melody, nice vocals, that's it. They wouldn't go out of their way to go, oh, damn, I gotta search the lyrics. Let me go Google it. And then, oh my God, the lyrics are, I'm gonna read like 5-6 paragraphs of lyrics. Nobody's gonna do that. So it really depends upon how interested you are in the music and, in the franchise to, get into the lyrics and stuff.
Right.
And I don't, feel, I don't hate people like who doesn't read the lyrics. It's very okay for you to not read the lyrics because at the end of the day, we just enjoy music, man.
Right. No, that's good point.
Yep.
Just at the end of the day, just enjoy music. If it's music, enjoy it. You're all good. You're all good with everybody. All right. So let's go from songs, and since you touched on it a little bit, why don't we give your top 5 Bandori characters? Who are your favorite?
Oh god. Alright, okay, this should be easy. My number 1 is easy because if you guys follow me on my Twitter or you guys see my Discord logo, not now, of course, I changed my Discord profile picture for the video. I don't know why, but you guys know who I have on my profile pic, and that is Otai. Yes, Otsuka. No, not Otsuka. My bad. Otai is like my number 1 Bandori character because she's airheaded and amazing.
It's okay to gush. You've seen me gush about I and Maho, so
yep.
Go so, have it.
Yeah, so she's she's very airheaded, but the thing is, even though she's airheaded, she's always determined to make something a success. Like whatever she puts her heart into, for example, guitar or playing with Poppipa, and let's not forget season 2, guys. Let's not forget the rat song.
Yep.
So that's why I want Otai is like my number 1 because I resonate with her stuff and her personality and stuff. So yeah. There's that. Second would be Yukina because Yukina was actually my first number 1.
Oh, okay.
But then I was like, yeah, because one of the reasons why was everybody likes Yukina. Let's be honest. But yeah, character-wise, she's like one of my favorites because her character development throughout the series has been spectacular. Of course, like from going from a very cold-hearted and very tight-lipped person to Neko person.
Just show her a cat and she melts, right? Right. It's all about the cats, right?
Yep. There's that, and who would be my third? Yeah, that's like my top two. I don't know if I want to go down there, but third would be SHIYOU for me actually,
Oh,
because
okay.
she's like, yeah, the Onesan character, because
Mm-hmm.
season one. Season one for me, because in season one, how she had to, push away music and stuff for the sake of her family, and then she
Mm-hmm.
starts to follow, all that stuff, and to get back into music and to
Right.
be herself again. Yeah, that's a character arc I sympathize with. And I didn't. It's not like I gone through something like that, but it's something that I sympathize with.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
that's one of the reasons. Sai, and Sai is adorable as well. Come on, man. and there's that.
I won't fault you there.
Yeah. Fourth would be Sayo, because again, character wise, I said it. Sayo Hina character relationship is the
Mm-hmm.
best, and Sayo might be the best written, one of the best written characters from Bandori, hands down,
Mm-hmm.
because of her development and the long storytelling. One of the things that I enjoy with anything,
Mm-hmm.
whether it comes to anime, whether it comes to like Bandori, or whether it comes to wrestling as well, long-term storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
How you say a story, like,
Right.
not just something that just goes, all right, we said this, done. No, not
Okay.
that. Something
Okay.
that develops all over time, takes
Mm-hmm.
time to blossom, takes time for the character to go through this and that, and they start becoming a lot more different. That's what
Okay.
I love about any sort of storytelling, long-term storytelling, and proper payoffs.
Okay.
And Sayo's character is like the best example for that. Being, I want
Mm-hmm.
to beat my sister
Right.
on the guitar, to I want to play with my sister on the guitar. That
Mm-hmm.
is that is some crazy character development, and yeah, she would be on my fourth. And fifth, the last but not the least, I've only named Rosalie and Poppy people, so my fifth would be Mocha, because everybody likes Mocha. There we go.
How do you not? I mean,
Yep,
right? Right?
everybody likes the Bread Lord. All right.
Okay. So how about we go, since you brought this up earlier that you were a Seiyu otaku before
Yep. Yep.
everything else. Now let's talk about Bandori Seiyus.
All right.
Let's rank your top 5.
Oh, okay. This should be very easy. First would
Yeah.
be yeah. First would be Otsukasai, easily, hands down. If you guys follow my Twitter, if you guys follow actually my Twitter, I don't post it anywhere else, but other than the Poppyco server or something on Discord. You guys know I'm a crazy Otsukasai fan. You guys would see me on the comment section of her Twitter sometimes, not all the time. And yeah, she's one of the things that I got behind was because of her backstory and how
Mm-hmm.
she got into Bandori, like how she was a street performer at first, and then her her vocals being, I think, a vocal cords damaged or something. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I read that. And then she got into the audition, and then she got into Poppypa. Like, and from going from a street performer to being like having a solo live shows with thousands of people is just inspiring, man. And you
Mm-hmm.
you want to like go and just do stuff, something like that. And yeah, she's one of the people that really got me into loving guitar as well, because I love her guitar stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in Poppypa, but also in Rondo. Like,
Okay.
Rondo music is crazy. If you guys haven't heard any Rondo songs, go listen to it. They are mental. So,
Okay. You hear that,
like,
guys?
yeah,
Listen to some
yeah,
Rondo, because they're mental.
yeah, yeah.
Take it from the man. The man
They're-
knows. The man knows. After all, like he made Sae faint, right? Like this.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, Oskasai would be on my number
Okay.
one. Second would be, yeah, Ainaiba, of course. I mean, from going from being a wrestler to being a vocalist is like, being a janitor to being a pop star.
Yeah. No. No. Seriously.
It's like, yeah, it's like
I'm.
two
I'm.
different career paths, and you just
I'm
ended
right.
up in, like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
being big. And again, like, Aya's vocals is just out of this world. She's got amazing range, and You listen, like, even her voice acting stuff. You listen to Yukina, you listen to Claudine, and you're like, who are these people? And then you realize both are voiced by the same people, and you're gonna what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and third would be Aimi for me because again I come back to the voice range stuff because Aimi's now voice acting in a lot of animes, and by this point I won't even recognize Aimi because she sounds so different in each and every series. Like you listen to Kazumi, and then you listen to what was her name again? Damn it, the blonde chick from Bokudachi no Remake.
Oh, Nana.
Yeah.
She ends up becoming Nana. Right.
Nanako, there we go.
Nanako, yeah.
Yeah, Nana is her stage name. Nanako is her actual name.
Yeah.
So yeah, you listen to both of them, and they are so different. Yeah, like Kazumi is a lot more high pitched, and Nanako is a lot more cheery and less high pitched than Aimi usually speak. And you listen, you look at someone like her character from Piki Piki, and you wait, is this the same person?
Yep.
That's one of the things that I've always admired about Aimi, her voice range and being able to sing in character. Because when she sings on stage, she sounds like Kazumi. And one of the things that is hardest to do in singing character, sing in a different pitch. You know, if it is any other vocalist, they try to sing in their comfort zone. Like for me, I can't sing high pitch. I just sing in normal, the range. And if I try to sing in high pitch, of course I crack, and my voice would crack, and it would sound awful. Yeah. But with Aimi, she's able to sing high, she's able to sing low. It's just crazy. Same thing with Yukina, same thing with any other SHIYOU out there. And yeah, that's one of the things I admire from Aimi. Fourth would be, oh boy. Who would be my fourth? Kohara Riko, because her artwork is, what the hell, man? Like, how do you play a guitar on top of your shoulders? How do you do that? And one thing, that guitar, her guitar, damn it, I forgot his name, Bowden J6, damn it. Strandberg Bowden J6, the one that she has. That thing's heavy. It's not lightweight, it's heavy. Puts that on her shoulder and plays it. How do you do that? And the stuff she does the stuff she does on stage is just sensational. If you guys haven't watched any of Housewives, go watch it like immediately after the stream. Check out like the Rajan and Craziness or their solo lives as well. And just admire Kohara Riko because she's an amazing guitarist and a crazy person in the end. And come on, man, she's 32 and she looks so young. She looks like she's 24. Yeah, she's an elf. Let's be honest.
I think she is. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, and Bandori-seiyu's fifth one would be my last one. Damn it. Namilo can. I want to take someone from. I want to say. Damn it. This is pretty hard. Who would be my fifth? I mean, I could go with Hikazu Yoko because I heard her voice acting stuff way before Bandori, but that would be unfair. I just want to take one from the actual bands, man. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, so since I said all the three bands, I think I'll go with Morphone again. I would say, I want to take someone from Morphonica, man. Damn it. I need to do a quick Google search. Is that all right?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah. Because I'm put on the spot, I'm having trouble remembering stuff. Sadly.
That's okay.
I'm old. Okay, I'm only 18, and I have a memory of a goldfish. So I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. So yeah, my number one. I mean, not number one. My number 5 would be Amane because debuting at age of 15. I mean, actually, 15. and then singing in front of thousands of people, and then voice acting for another maybe thousands or millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
That is no easy feat. I'm 18 and I'm rotting away in my room. She's 17, a year younger than me. Putting on live shows, advertisements, and stuff. So again, that is crazy. You can't do that. Like, not everyone can do that.
Mm-hmm.
To be that talented at a young age is just great. So yeah, Amani would be my fifth. There we go. My top five.
Excellent. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, so of Bandori, do you find yourself devoting equal parts to the anime, the game, and the lives, or do you devote only and fully to Roselia? That's a...
Alright. Yeah, I don't have any biases, honestly, because I check out all the bands, of course, like with Poppy and everyone. And so I don't have any biases. But when you did say anime, live, and game. Yeah, I do.
The game.
Check out all the I do check out all the formats. But nowadays it's a lot less. I haven't played the game in like 2-3 months because of the fact that my phone is absolute shit, and I wish I could just throw it on the floor and just break it because it is awful. It can't run Bandori properly. So I haven't played Garupa in a while. So maybe when I'll get my new phone, I'll get back into Garupa. I don't know. And then maybe break the new phone because I might have rage quit or something. But who knows? Who knows?
I was trying to get the hard. Damn it!
I was trying to get the FC.
I didn't want that gotcha. No, give me the other pull. That's so.
You know the worst part is you'd be in the zone and you try to perfect a song, and then your dad calls you, and then you ruin your all perfect scene. Like, Dad, no, don't pull me now, come on. No, not. I didn't want to. I wasn't trying to do that, and then it fails. It stops in the middle of the song because you ran out of steam. Help.
Yeah, you ran out of health.
Yeah. And then my dad would be calling me and he'd say, "How are you? Are you doing okay? Did you go to the bathroom?" I'm like,
I was in the middle of Determination Symphony.
Determination what? Oh damn. But yeah, back to the question again. So yeah, I did spend a lot of time with the game and live shows. I watched with some of the guys in the chat with Nick and Nick, who's Random Dude. I'm calling him Nick because Random Dude is a dumb name. With Nick and
it's a good name, I think. It's.
I'm gonna call him. What was his first channel name? His first channel name was actually Random Otaku, but then he had to change it because people. He was like, "Oh damn, people are gonna, shit on me." Dude, I have the anime weeb as my name. I get shit on every single time.
I'm just gonna call him RD.
Yeah, RD's better.
RD.
Alright, so yeah, and Nick, so Nick and some couple of fellows from our server, we would be watching the live stream and stuff, and we would put out live streams watching the live shows and stuff. So, yeah, it's good. It is something that we did a long time ago, not now because we're busy with stuff. So. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll stream some in the future. Who knows? But yeah, that's something that I would do.
Okay, very
cool.
So
I was into Bandori. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still in, but just not as much as I did.
Okay, gotcha. And then RD says they felt that in his soul. Oh man,
Nick feels that all the time.
Oh boy. Oh, we're getting some good digs in here. Okay. What out of the anime, out of the from the game, I think you'd mentioned at one point one of the stories that you liked. Do you have a favorite scene, a favorite segment, a favorite sequence from the lives, for instance, of any of the lives that you've seen? Was there something that either resonated with you, or that something that you can go, oh, I'm going to watch that over and over and over again until it kicks you in the feels and you're bawling in the corner like a baby, which happens to me a lot. Go.
There are two from the game.
From the game, okay.
Two from the game. One is the Hina SHIYOU, as I talked about in the SHIYOU under the umbrella event, as I like to call it. The scene where Hina goes, "You can hate me," and how she snaps and she starts to cry and stuff. That was hard for me to just read, because it's so emotional, and again, long-term storytelling at its best right there.
Right.
It works. It's not forced.
Right.
Happened gradually over time, and that's one thing. And the other one was also from the Hina SHIYOU stuff about I think May posted it on her Twitter just yesterday, I think so, about the one scene with on SHIYOU's room, how she has her guitar at first, and then gradually over time she would have Hina's guitar also over there. That is a symbolism at its best, man. Just so well written. But yeah, from that's from the game. From the live shows, I remember something very funny, and that was in the 8th live. I actually posted this on my Twitter, memeing it. Poppy in real life. I actually posted it on Twitter a long time ago. But yeah, the thing that I remember a lot from the Poppy live show was Poppy singing Firebird. Yeah, in the 8th live, this was not the Poppy Rosalia stuff. This was like 8th live, and they were doing their solo stuff, and they were like, let's sing our La 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 song, and they're like, okay, let's sing our La 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 song, La 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 La, and then Yukina comes in, and Aina comes in, and she's like, sing your La 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 song, and then they go Starbeat. But yeah, I haven't really seen much anything like emotional in the sense, because I still haven't watched 9th Live, by the way. Okay. Because I'm a bit busy with stuff. So yeah, I need to check those out. I haven't watched a lot of live shows, so I don't have any emotional ones, more like funny ones that I remember.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now you mentioned RD.
Yeah.
Who you co-host the podcast with, and you've talked about your channel.
Yeah.
So, between the two of those, what got you started podcasting with RD, and what got you started deciding to open up your own YouTube channel? What is different between the two? What do you do the same? Tell us about it.
So my YouTube channel came first, of course, back in 2019, 2018. So my channel was existent a long time ago, just that I never uploaded anything on it because I have no idea what content to do. Because I wanted to do gaming videos, because back in the day I used to play, watch a lot of gaming content, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do the same shit. No shit, I can't do that. So yeah, around in 2019, as I said in the server that I'm in, there's this YouTuber called Tailor-Made Otaku. He's a reaction YouTuber. He reacts to, try not to sing or dance along anime challenges. And I used to be in the server for a while, and I think it was like 1 year, 2 year anniversary since I've been in the server. So I was like, you know what, let's make a challenge video. And when I started making my challenge videos, was when I realized how fun editing was, and then now it's kind of like my quote unquote career path, video editing and stuff. Gotcha. That's how I started on my channel, actually, with the reaction. I mean, this try not to sing or dance along challenges. But then I slowly started to evolve my content a bit. Rather than just making videos for him, I should make videos for myself as well. But then I made those 3 or 4 try not to sing or dance along challenges. I made the ranking videos, which was a trend back in 2020 in that server. Everyone and their grandma was making ranking videos.
Right.
I was like, let's hop onto this trend. Let's see what it does. And one of the things that I found out is it is toxic to make a ranking video, because you have any song in your number 1, there's going to be 5 people disagreeing with you, right? and if it is not a shonen opening, there's going to be hundreds of people attacking you for not having it. Bro, where is Black Clover in my number 1? Where is Naruto? Where is the this, that?
Right.
It's horrifying, I mean, come on, guys, it's just an opinion. Chill. Don't kill me for it.
Right.
So,
meanwhile, we got
reaction to
And then of course we got the people in chat with the pitchforks. Just put it down, folks. Put it down. Put it down. Not here.
The
not
reaction. Their ranking videos were a disaster. I wouldn't say disaster because thanks to your ranking videos, I did find out a lot of good songs as well. And again, I listened to every single Bandori song thanks to the Bandori ranking videos. So credit to that. But the Bandori cover rankings came around the time when I was doing when I got into Bandori, then did the Bandori ranking videos. And something that I didn't on the side was AMVs because I was like, let's give it a shot. One of my friends made a song and he asked me if I could make an AMV out of it. My first AMV was horrendous, like everything that everyone starts off with. And then I slowly evolved around time, and there was this one AMV that I made for a contest. I remember speedrunning it on Premiere Pro. That was my first time using Premiere Pro. Before that, I was using Filmora. I was using Premiere Pro for the first time. Made it, submitted for the contest. Somehow ended up 4th.
Oh wow! Nicely.
What?
Look at you! Look at you!
Totally flexing here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, flex away, flex, my man. Flex it.
But yeah, I was legit shocked. Like, oh my god, how did I end up 4th? Like, there was some top tier AMVs in there, and mine was 4th, and I was like, God,
hey,
there is some bias or something. No way. Ended up 4th.
No, you just have mad skills, dude. You just have mad skills. That's what it is.
No, I'm blushing, man. Don't.
Check it, yo, mad skills, Vic.
Alright, so that was. AMVs is still something that I do. I haven't edited one in a while because I've been focusing on these SEO videos. So around this time, of course, I met Nick. We were in a Discord. Server. We were admins. Me and Nick, we were buddies. Nick is a homie. I fucking love the dude. Amazing lad. Such a close friend. So he started doing. He had a podcast at first. He had a solo podcast, and I was like, I took the idea and I was like, you know what, let's try to do our podcast. And it was around the time Trash Days was going crazy as well. You know, when they started off. So and when Trash Days podcast went off, everyone and their grandmas were doing podcasts. Like wherever you go, you would see an anime podcast. So I was like, no, let's want to try. Let's see. Because but one of the things that I was really wary of was my speaking skills because I was not good on them. I was not good on the mic at all. And even worse, I had to use my laptop mic at first. Now I have a condenser mic, so all's good. But back in the day, I had a laptop mic and I had to do the podcast with that, and it was bad. It was actually awful. But yeah, I mean, so I pitched the idea to Nick, and he was like, I asked Nick, dude, you want to do a podcast? Just kind of like Trash Days, but with different YouTubers and stuff. And he was like, all right, I mean, I'll set up a podcast. We'll do the episodes. And started off, we wanted to do it weekly, but again, getting guests is hard because you're asking like if you want to get any sort of views, you need to have a high profile YouTuber. And the thing about high profile YouTubers is that they ghost you every single time. You send an email to them, they don't respond. If you send a DM to them, they won't look at it. They just ignore you. So yeah, that was something that I learned the hard way. But there were some incidents with the podcast. Honestly, like the Kagami Kaiden story, which is god, I hate that. Which we'll get to in a bit. So yeah, as I started to do the podcast, I started to become a lot more confident in speaking, of course, about anime and stuff. So that's when I decided that I would do the essay videos and be another Gigak or be another Joey or be another. I'm of course, but yeah, be another Gigak. Just make essay videos, and yeah, I mean, it started off well, and we're doing well. We're doing well now. I mean, I got another video in the works, and yeah, I'm just starting to be a lot more confident in this sort of content. So, before we move on to the next one, I do want to talk about this one, and that was the podcast incident that we had. So, I was in charge of getting all the guests and stuff, so I would DM a lot of people and send emails and stuff. So, one day I think it was IdleCon. So IdleCon brought in Sugumi Risa and Kagami Kaiden as their guests.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I remember
So
that.
that made me curious. Yeah, that made me curious. Like, I mean, if they can get the guests to, I should try to inquire them, see if we can do anything. So first thing I hit up was her talent agency. I forgot their name. Send them an email in Japanese, and they were kind enough to reply, and they told me that they would like to cast, but if you're casting them in the name of D for DJ and in the name of D for DJ, then I will have to hit up Bushiroad. So went up and hit up Bushiroad. Didn't expect a reply, but I did get a reply from the D for DJ representative, and he asked me about the podcast and stuff. And I told him it's like this and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it got rejected, of course, because our podcast is too small for it, and we can't even if we wanted to do a paid stuff, we're too broke for that, sadly. So it never happened. I was kind of, down by that. Come on, we were so close and it didn't happen. I was just like so pissed that for like 3 days. I was like, I was out of social media and stuff, and yeah, it was tough. But I mean, I just like licked the wound and moved on. Now here we are. It's been a while since that too. I think like mid 2021.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next question. Now,
Sure.
I'm sorry for taking too much time with that.
No, that's okay. So, with regard to the podcast and the your channel, what do you hope to do with it? What's your goal for that? Are you just putting out more content? Are you trying to get to are you trying to spread the word of anything? Are you what's the ideal behind either the podcast for the two of you or your channel?
My number one goal, I've spoke about this on my Q&A video as well. My first goal is to just talk about anime. I love anime. We all love anime. We love to talk about it. We have our opinions. Just put it out, to see what people do. One of my other biggest reasons why I started this is to, have a community where we can just talk anime in peace. No toxicity, no nothing. I mean, it's impossible to not have toxicity.
Right.
It's everywhere. Wherever you look, there's toxicity.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But one of the things that I really want is to have a community of people who love anime. Just talk anime. We talk everything. Not only anime, but anything like music or games or anything. To have a community to talk to and to vibe with. And with the podcast, for me, that's my channel. My channel is purely for that. And it might be contradictory to the content that I'm making. Like, I mean, I'm making a whole ass video shitting on 22/7, so there's that. I'm sorry. And then there's like videos like
watch out for Sally Amaki. She's gonna get you.
Yeah, I'm praising her. That's
okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So I mean, there's like stuff like the history of Bandori video, which is very contradictory to the thing I want. But again, content like that motivates people to check out more content and to be a part of a community. And that's what I always wanted as a YouTuber, to have this sort of this community to be just in peace and just talk anime and just vibe, because again, talking anime, you can get a lot of shows that you can watch that maybe resonate with you during a tough time at a tough place. When I started off anime, I was mentally very down. It was a very rough period of my life, anxiety and I wouldn't say depressed. I'm never using that word lightly, but it was a very weird sort of my phase of my life. I just completely down, and anime really helped me distract myself from that. And by the time when I had to move on, I started to move on and not be hung up on that stuff. So anime is one of those things that really did that for me, and I want to do the same for the other people, to be to give them a show that they can watch, so that they can move on from these sort of stuff, to move on from stuff that hangs on to people, put a burden on their shoulder. And
Right.
again, to have a community to talk to, because one of the things that I learned is that whenever you're down mentally or anything, if you have people or a person to talk to, it's gonna be all better. If you open up, you're gonna be a lot better. So yeah, that's one of my goals with my YouTube channel. With my podcast, it's just talk. Again, it comes back to the same thing. I just want to talk. I'm pretty introverted. I don't talk a lot IRL. Like, I'm pretty soft spoken. I don't talk a lot here. But so I get my opportunity to just talk on podcast or the YouTube channel. I can talk about anime, which I don't get to talk a lot in real IRL, or anything like or anything. I get the chance to talk, and I appreciate that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I had to. I know another reason, kind of selfish, but also to talk to these YouTubers, because like to have people like Minami and Richie have on my podcast, who are like people that I've been watching content of for a while. Richie's covers, I've been listening to it for a while. Like, her roleplay covers are amazing. Minami was like one of the first content creators that I watched, like when I got into Vocaloid and stuff. And she's very popular, 2 million subscribers. I don't remember. She has a lot of subscribers and stuff, and a lot of views. And to have people like them, and to have to be able to just sit down and talk with them is just it's such a weird experience, it's out of this world. And one of the things that I really wanted to do with the podcast and with with my channel is probably dig into the Bandori scene a bit. Like, one of the things that I've always dreamed of happening is to interview a Bandori SHIYOU. Like, it's always been on my agenda for a while. Not only Bandori SHIYOU, any SHIYOU. That's why I tried with the Kagami Kaiden thing and never happened. And that was something that I really wanted to happen, and want to happen, of course, in the future. So
Right. So who would be your first pick as your first SHIYOU that you would want to, the inaugural guest?
Easily.
What's that?
Saiti easily.
Need I have asked? Did I have to ask? I'm surprised that the answer didn't pop up in chat there.
It would really depend on availability, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I can't speak Japanese, so I would rather go with an English SHIYOU, maybe Sally, or, Sugumi, or Sumusumu, or Kagami Kaiden, or someone who can speak English.
Right.
Maybe when I become proficient in Japanese, maybe. I'm not that good at Japanese. I can speak a bit of Japanese and just
there you go.
Understand what they say, but nothing much other than that. So
okay.
When I feel like when I become a lot more proficient in Japanese, that's something that I want to look to in the future.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm gonna take a little sidetrack first, and then and then I'll jump back to you about anime in general. While I was doing a little bit of research on our friend Vic here, I did notice, and you can stop me here if you want, but I will say, is it true? Did you dabble in some fan fiction?
Okay, so there was a phase during January. I think it was around January. So I'm in a Bandori server. I'm in a lot of Bandori servers. So there's Shig's Bandori server. So they were posting fanfics and stuff over there, and they were like making fun of this one fanfic written by now close friend Quart, also known as Super Dude 704. I went ahead and read it, and I was like, all right. It's terrible, but it's actually great fun to read. It's actually stupid that I'm having fun reading it.
Okay.
And I got it. So I started to read. I started to read a lot more, and at one point I was so pissed because I felt like all of these writers does the same thing again and again and again, and it's the same trope, it's the same, things. So like, okay, they get Chisato, they're gonna write her as a yandere because why not? Like I'm reading this, every writer does this, and I'm like, can they bring up anything else? Screw it. I'm gonna take this on my own hands. I'm gonna write my own fanfic. And it was something to say the least. Like to write that many chapters and have that many reads, like 11K. I'm like, how are people so jobless to read this fanfic?
Wait, I mean,
it just baffles me.
I'm sure at least some of them should have, right? Should have some. They just read it on their off hours, right? Isn't that how it works?
I mean, it's crazy, Like, I was in this writer's server, and everyone said my writing was so good, but I never felt like my writing was that good. I mean, it was decent, but the story was cringe, in my opinion. Now that I look at it, it's just cringe. Like, I just cringe whenever I read it. Like, bro, what the hell was I doing with this plot? Like I know I had intentions, but it was just, like, when I read that first chapter, I just cringe so hard. But then again, there are just a few chapters that I read that just makes me think, how did I have the brain to do this? Because there's some writing in there is just actually. I'm not. Don't call me narcissistic, but some of this writing in there was actually pretty good.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I see. I have read the story in question. After
Array of Hope.
Yes, Array of Hope. I found it on Wattpad. Did you find while writing it that it helped enrich your enjoyment of Bandori?
No. It was around my peak Bandori time that I wrote it. Like, yeah, it did. I mean, I'm looking at chat again. It's like, I literally told this man it was cringe, and he said, "Shut the fuck up." Yeah, man. But you regret that? No, wait, don't you? I mean, I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit. That's a good fanfic at the end of the day. I mean, it was cringe at the start, but now that I read it, a lot of the last chapters were actually pretty good. And I mean, it was emotionally a closure for me too, because some of the things I wrote in that fic actually happened. Not the backstory, by the way, not the backstory, but something like living far away with without your parents, and being in love with music, and the emotional stuff that goes through. Writing that fanfic actually got me a lot of closure from that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, okay. Anyways, coming back to the question, you did ask, it got me into Bandori a lot more. No, actually, it didn't, because that was the time when I was into Bandori. Like, I was deep into Bandori. That was the time I actually wrote the fanfic. Now that I look back at it, I don't think I can write it like that anymore, because that's why I took a hiatus. I mean, I pretty much quit by this point, because I don't think I can write a fic. I can finish that fic, even though I said to myself that I wanted to finish that fanfic. I mean, I have the whole plot on my mind. I could just, in one sitting, I could write like 10, 15 chapters and just end it. Like, it's almost at its end, but I was like, yeah, even if I do write that, it wouldn't be as good as how it was at this, at the certain point.
At the time you were writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's that review fic that I was actually going to start. I had the prologue, but then I'm legit not kidding you. When I wrote that prologue, I had the whole plot, scenarios, every bit of dialogue on my mind. It was just all I had to do, put it into words, just type it in, boom, done. That was it. But I was just and it was around the time when I was, my laptop was busted. GPU had a GPU problem, so I couldn't play games or do videos, and I was so bored out of my mind at that point. So yeah, that's how I kind of quit. Again, man, literally advertises fanfics. I mean, I had to. I gotta get the reads, man.
And that's how you get the reads, is advertising.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, and I think I mentioned this to you that about the time that I found out about it. I think I mentioned it to you on Twitter, on DMs.
Yeah,
After I read several chapters of yours, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to write my own fanfic. Here, I'm advertising mine. So I'm gonna have to say that you inspired me in so many words to give myself a try at writing some Bang Dream fanfic, which is currently up on Wattpad, and I have it's on part 5. Part 6 will post on Monday.
Yep.
I've written 11 parts so far, which will drop once a week, so I'm fairly ahead of the story. And I gotta say, this is the most fun I've ever had. I stopped writing 4 years ago. And this is the one thing that, for whatever reason it was, I think just the fact that I enjoy the show, I enjoy the characters and just everything about it, just said, you know what? Go ahead and write this, and you're gonna have the time. And I'm having the time of my life right now. I'm knee deep in looking at every bit of detail in season 2 that I could put in real life to populate my version of the Bandori verse.
And see, one of the interesting things about fanfics for me, is that you can see different perspectives of every people about a series or the franchise that they like. For me personally, that fanfic is my perspective of the series. Not really, but you get what I mean. So
right, yeah.
What the perspective of the potential the story has. In my opinion. That's my perspective of it, and somebody else might have a different perspective. Some might be questionable, some might be weird, but some of them are out there that are really good. And it's really interesting to find out these perspectives that people have. And your fanfic, man, it's like the amount of detail you put is just insane. Like the first chapter, the line stuff, and then I see your stuff on Twitter, like how you're looking at the like the real life places and stuff. And props to you, man. Like putting that amount of detail into your fic is just crazy, because a lot of people don't go out of their way to put that much detail, because readers don't usually look deep into that sort of stuff, like the details and stuff. But that is just that's some actual crazy levels of detail.
It's sort of a thing that I do in any of the stories that I've written. Once I've built a world, I drop in bits of detail just to make it feel like when you're reading it that you're actually there in the scene that you're reading. If they name a street or something, and that's one of the things, like on Twitter, that I post. Especially this morning, I was deep in trying to figure out where the hell is Hanioka. If you're looking at all the details that they show you, and I'm trying to envision it. Where would it be in real life to put it into my Bandori universe? Yeah. Exactly where is it? Just trying to figure out where, because I thought I had it, and then the entire sequence in episodes 8 and 9. When especially in 9, when Tai comes back from the concert, from the Raz concert, and I thought, no, why did she turn down that way if I thought it was going to be over here? And just basically that the detail, for me, if it's not fixed in a detail, or in even that level of detail, you may not need to be for the reader, but for me, if I can't center it somewhere, it's not going to work for me.
Same thing here, man. Like when I started off that fic, the first chapter, I do remember having to look at the game map and if my house is here and if Si's bakery is here, then how far is the school?
Right.
I would think of all that. At first, I had that sort of detail, but then slowly, as I started to write a lot more, I started to stop paying that sort of attention. I mean, this world is set already. All you have to do is just put your characters in there, and pretty much boom. So yeah, that's how I usually write. I feel like I put a lot of stuff into those moments rather than a lot of the little details, because I feel like at moments my fic is actually pretty good. I'm being narcissistic, but
Oh no, I agree. Some of the moments that you have that I've read so far have been very, very well done. I find for me the writing of the character and the situation and the interaction comes naturally for me, and it's always come naturally for me, writer.
Yeah.
But as long when it gets centered in the world, if it's not centered, it doesn't work in my head because I can't see it as it's happening, and that's sort of how my brain will work in any kind of story. If it doesn't see it there, I have to figure it out first. I have to know how the car works before I can write and put my character in the car for that, or in something. If you get what I mean. So just that was today. Earlier today was me trying to figure out where Hanyoka is supposed to be. It's probably not going to figure until much later, but without having the world set, I can't see where my characters are going eventually. But so anyway, just as far as you were the one who inspired me to get back into writing, and it of all things, it took fan fiction. After 4 years of not writing anything, it ended up being fan fiction because some guy named Vic said, "Hey, I'm going to write about this guy meeting all the characters in Bandori."
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. Like, it's honestly an honor because I get that a lot from a lot of people, like even in that writers Discord I was on, there was a lot my bad, my voice cracked a bit. There was a lot of, there was this one person who writes, who's way popular in writing than I am. Like, he has like a couple of hundred of followers or something. So he hit up and he told me, like, your writing inspired me to write a Bandori fic and stuff. And I was like, God damn, okay. Okay.
Go you, look at you.
Yeah, hearing that from people is just crazy. At first it was like that, but then as I started to get like criticism for like, okay, my writing style, one of the things that I got from people a lot is that I put a lot, not detail, it's a lot more 100% show rather than make the writer think for it themselves. But one of the things that I've thought about from writing is that you can't put that sort of, little details into your fic. For example, if I'm talking from anything like anime, for example, anime or movies, one of the key details in any movies is Chekhov's gun. If you guys know Chekhov's gun, Yep. If you guys don't know Chekhov's gun, it is a film theory term where you show an item. For example, I show a scene with a glass. That glass has to do something in the story. If it doesn't do it, the Chekhov's gun. This is like the glass is setting up the Chekhov's gun, and if you have to use it in the story, Right. One of the things that I noticed from the review anime when I was writing the review fic, one of the things I noticed from the review anime was in the first episode when Hikari comes into the classroom. There's a scene, a small cut towards Nana. All right. You know what happens. If you guys have watched review, I'm not going to spoil. But yeah, they cut to Nana, like, looking over and seeing Hikari. And when you think about it, when you watch the first time, you wouldn't think about it. But but after the things that happen in the anime, and then I started rewatching it, it makes a lot of sense because they're setting up a Chekhov's gun there. Because Nana plays a huge part of the story in episode 6, episode 7, the later arcs. And one of the things that May told me as well is that before she comes over and when she talks to Karen, she says, "I know everything." And we all know why she said. So yeah, there's those little details there. There's those little details there that if you put it into a book, it's gonna be obvious. Like, if I know everything, they're gonna be like, "Why did she say that?" Okay, there's something going on here. You can't do a Chekhov's gun with visuals on a book. You can't do that. And one of the key things about a Chekhov's gun is that you can do it on a book. I mean, you can do it on a movie. You can't do that on a book. You can just show them a scene. You can just pan the camera somewhere and you show them a bit of that thing, and yeah, it works. But with books or with any sort of writing, you can't. And that was something that I found difficult, just to write, because a lot of people said that I make a lot of things obvious. So that got into my mind, and I was like, damn, I need to improve. Like, I need to do something. But that just made me lost myself in writing. And I was like, at one point, I was like, yeah, I can't write. I'm done with this. Just quit. I did try. I did try to write, but I was like, yeah, it ain't happening. Okay, that's my story of me quitting. And yeah,
it's okay. It's all right. Although I will have to say from the writer part of me, you can introduce a Chekhov's gun in prose. It is possible to do.
Yeah, you can. It is possible to do.
It is possible.
But just that it is a lot more obvious than, when you do it on movies or anything. Because again, as I said, in the review Starlight Anime, that one scene from that one nod to Nana, nobody would pay attention to it at first. But then as the anime progresses on, even then people wouldn't remember it until you rewatch the series. And then you realize, oh my god, they were actually setting it up all along. You can't do this sort of stuff with books. You can. There are writers who can do that, but I clearly know that I can't do that myself. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's kind of
it's okay. It's all right. No, you'll get there. You'll get there. Trust me. You'll get there.
Yeah.
It's taken me this long it's taken me 30 years to get to that point where I could do that. So you can get there too.
Man, 30 years.
You can get there too.
Yeah, maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. But I might write again. Who knows? Maybe later down the road. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I say.
Yeah.
All right. Let's shift back to, you were talking earlier that you just want to talk about anime. So I'm gonna guess that you're a ginormous anime fan. When did you get started? What got you into anime? What was the earliest anime that you remember? And what draws you to the kind of shows that you like? What is it about those shows that make you go, ooh, mine? I'm gonna watch this over and over. That's on my top 10 or what have you.
All right. So I started off back when I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
Actually, I started off way before that, like when I was 4th or 5th. Back in 2012 or 2011, there used to be this TV channel on my service called Animats. So as you can tell, it's an anime channel, and it aired a lot of the popular animes back in the day for except for example, Sword Art Online or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or Fairy Tail or anything. They aired it it was like the earliest Crunchyroll, but as a TV channel, simulcasting and stuff.
Right.
So my sister was into anime during that time, and I wasn't into anime during I was going to say Bandori, my bad. So I wasn't into anime back then a lot. My sister was like, come and watch this, and I would watch it, and I would be like, all right, this is pretty cool. And so technically my first anime was Fairy Tail, because that was the first show that my sister showed me. I think it was around the Lancer arc. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it, but it was a pretty interesting experience for me back then. I used to watch I used to watch along with my sister, like Letter B. That was an anime that was airing during that time. It's pretty underrated. Letter B, and there was this one horror one. I don't remember which one it was exactly. And there was K Project and a lot of anime that was airing during that time period. And then the channel disappeared for some reason.
No fair.
I did some research on that. Yeah, I was actually going to make a video on it a long time ago, but I never did because of reasons. But
Gotcha.
I did research. Yeah, I did research for it, and kind of like the channel, there wasn't enough viewers for the demographic that they were searching for, because the demographic that they were targeting for, especially here in India, they're one, not interested in anime. Two, they would be studying majority of their time, because it's India. Come on, man. India and Asian parents. So,
oh boy.
yeah, India and Asian parents, they mix so well.
Yeah.
So
Filipino parents, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh boy, that's a treat. So the channel disappeared because of that, and I wasn't watching any shows until like 7th grade. Attack on Titan was popping off, and I heard about it. And I was like, all right, everybody's going crazy over it. Might as well check it out. And I was like blown away. Like, come on, like Attack on Titan season 1 was crazy. I that was one of the animes that drew me into it. Attack on Titan, then Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online got me hooked. I don't
Okay.
care what anyone says about Sword Art Online. People there's a lot of people that hate Sword Art Online. For what it
Yeah,
is. I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
I think the
yeah.
entire internet,
But
pretty much, for the most, 75% of the internet
I,
does not like Sword Art Online.
yeah,
Right?
that was back in the day. Actually, I feel like a lot of people will like SAO more than they did back in 2014 when they had that hate campaign for Sword Art Online with all the videos that were coming out from every anti-tuber ever.
Yeah.
Like honestly, but
It's the anime
Sword
of
Art
the
Online was
summer,
something that
right?
yeah, anime of the summer. Yep, it got me hooked. Sword Art Online got me hooked,
Mhm.
and then it was like that, like Full Metal Alchemist, and then
Nice.
started to watch a lot more shows. In ninth grade, after ninth grade,
Mhm.
where I was moving to India, I had like a before I moved to India, I was in Saudi Arabia. I studied there for a while, so that's where I did my good English, by the way.
You're doing fine.
Yeah,
You're
before
fine.
10th,
You're fine, sir. You're fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, 10th grade. Before 10th grade, I had this 3 month break before
Uh-huh.
I moved to India. So there, I used to watch a lot of shows back then. I
Mm.
like binge a show a day, and
Very
next
nice.
day it's a new anime. It was going
Nice.
on like that, and
Nice.
that was how I buffed my anime count a bit. I still watch, not as often as I do back in the day because
Mhm.
I gotta make a video about it too, and get some anime out of my catalog that I'm gonna make a video of. So
Right.
I don't get a lot of time to watch as I
Mhm.
used to back in the day. But yeah, I
Mhm.
do watch it still, and yeah. I mean, I have an anime channel. I have to watch anime.
Oh, there you go. There you go. What is it about the shows that you like, or that what is it about a show that draws you to it?
I usually have phases with any genre,
Okay.
like
Okay.
there used to be a time where I'd just watch action anime, and there was
Mhm.
a time when I used to watch those OP protagonist harem anime.
Mhm.
Uh, there used to be a time when I used to watch isekai, or there used to be a time there that I used to watch slice of life. I always have phases with any genre. So
Mhm.
for me personally, it's just I just want to have fun. I don't care if the
Okay.
anime is horrible.
Mhm.
I mean, I do care it's horrible. I take that for that. And it's just horrible. When it's like horribly written, I just can't get
Right.
behind it. It is,
Gotcha.
I just want to have fun.
Mhm.
Have a good story. Like it's not all about just watching anime that resonates with you. You just have to have fun. Anime is not going to bring back your divorced parent. You got to remember that,
Yeah.
guys. You do never try to expect that much from anime. It's like people put shows like Attack on Titan and Naruto like as if they you know did the thing that I said right now.
Mhm.
No, it doesn't. It's just a show at the end of the day. Sometimes it has its flaws, and sometimes
Mhm.
it has its pros, its cons, and just accept that and you just watch it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Okay.
for me, again, just have fun. Just put a good opening and ending in there. I'll just watch it. Don't worry. And a good OST.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
not, aside from the phases, there's nothing really. Is there anything about? Do you find yourself drawn to more story, more character, more? Do you like it when there's humor involved? Is there any of those things, or is it just a mixed bag for you? It depends.
It's actually a mixed bag,
Okay.
honestly, because like for me, you did mention humor. I can watch a show without jokes, honestly. I like to have a good laugh. But yeah, I mean,
Right.
serious shows as well, I do watch it. But I feel like without a good laugh, no show is good without a good laugh,
Hmm.
honestly. I know those aren't until it's nitty gritty. I mean, if you make it nitty gritty, it's going to be edgy. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah, other than that, I mean, like, characters, of course. Everybody appreciates a well-written character.
Hmm.
Everybody appreciates a well-written story. Everybody appreciates all of that stuff. Like OST, everything. And so yeah, it's kind of common. It's kind of the same with me, like for other people. Like
Hmm.
as long as they can enjoy the show, it's okay for me as well. And I mean, yeah, even though I did talk about Chekhov's gun and stuff, I'm not that into like stories and stuff. I mean, like way of telling the story and stuff.
Hmm.
Because and even though I am literally a film studies student, I at least used to be. Now I'm with computers and stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, even though I do say that, I can get behind bad writing at times because there is something else good with it.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
better good characters or something.
Hmm.
So again, it really depends on how much I enjoy the show. So good characters, wholesome moments, good moments. Of course, there should be always good moments. That's one of the reasons why I love Shigatsu no Line and not Shigatsu no Line. Sorry. Oh my God, Gin is gonna cut my head off. Sangatsu no Line.
What's the show called?
Sangatsu no Line. Sangatsu no Line, or also known as March Comes in Like a Line.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's one of those shows that I adore because it's just so well written, and it's just it's I think very resonating for the Gen Z people, because we all go through that, emotional stuff, anxiety and everything, it's lacking in self-confidence and stuff. So if you guys have that sort of issue, go check out Sangatsu no Line. It's absolutely amazing story. There's shows.
Did you hear that, chat? And anybody else watching, if you want something that resonates, go check out March Comes in Like a Lion.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of other shows like Kara no Kyokai, which I recommended to Nick a long time ago, which was also recommended by Gin, by the way. Gin, thank you. Even though you might have shit opinions, you do have some good recommendations. So.
Oh boy! Wow! Look at that.
There's Kara no Kyokai. So there's Kara no Kyokai, made by the founder, same people who worked on Fate Stay Night, the Fate series. So that was a good watch for me, honestly. And
so let's back up a little bit. I've been curious about the Fate series. Where the hell do I start? There's like a gazillion. This is
very simple.
There's a gazillion. Is there like one Fate 1 before everything else?
No. All of these Fate stuff happen in different timelines. Okay, so like Fate Stay Night.
Right.
Fate Stay Night is in a separate universe of its own. There's Fate Stay Night, then there's Apocrypha, which is not even related to Fate Stay Night. You might have those teeny-meeny details, but that's it. It's not totally related to it. Or then there's Grand Order, which is also on a different universe and different setup and everything. So if you're starting off with Fate, start off with Fate Stay Night.
So that would be that's my ground zero if I was to get started.
Yeah.
Because I remember
you
trying.
You can start off with Fate Stay Night. There are 3 routes for it. So there's Fate Stay Night, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel. Okay. The movies.
Okay.
Don't watch the first one, the OG route that is Fate Stay Night, because it is horrendous to watch. It was badly animated and stuff. So if you guys want to check out Unlimited Blade Works first, or you can watch Fate Zero, which is the prologue to Fate Stay Night. So actually, out of the whole Fate series, those 2 are the ones that I feel are connected, like Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. Other than that, most of them are shows on their own. So you can either watch Fate Zero and get into Fate Stay Night and Blade Works, or vice versa. There you go.
Okay, all right. So that's one that I've been trying to figure out for the longest time after seeing everything that's in the Crunchyroll catalog and everywhere else. Yeah. Which one do I? What the hell do I start? It's like the people who want to get. It's like the people who want to get started in Gundam. Where with all the Gundams, your ground zero is Mobile Suit Gundam, the TV show, or the 3 movies. Start there. Yeah. Same with Macross, which I will end up talking to May, who's in chat about in a couple of weeks when we talk. If you want to watch all the Macross, you're going to start with Super Dimension Fortress Macross. That is your ground. That's your base. Everything emerges from there. So thank you for teaching me about where to start on Fate.
Dude, there are people out there who are into Fate more than I do, and they will tell you each and every single route and how they're connected. I am just a base level, Fate. I don't know. I'm not calling myself a Fate fan, but that's what I think about it. So, again, you're welcome.
Thank you. So where were we going? Oh yes. So you were
saying shows that I enjoy.
Yeah, shows that you enjoy. So basically, is it a mix? It's a mixed bag for you then.
Yep.
It's something that it'll just be something that grabs you and you're not even thinking about it.
Yep.
Okay,
exactly.
So of the current crop of shows right now that we've got, all the way, it doesn't matter, within the last 6 months of shows, Summer,
boy.
the summer
We're gonna be talking
season, whatever we got, spring, summer, fall, winter season of anime. What's been the shows that you've enjoyed so far, and that you want to
Oh
see?
boy, let me
see more?
let me open up my analyst real quick. I'm really gonna need this one.
Here we go. Here's another top 5. No, I mean just run off some ones. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I just need to check because there's a lot of shows that I watched. So
Okay.
in the span of 6 months, of course, number one show that you should check out is Odd Taxi, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on a second. My bad. There was a slight bit of interruption. Okay, so
No worries.
first show that you should check out is Odd Taxi, hands down.
Okay.
Lots of YouTubers made shows, videos about it when it was done airing, calling it masterpiece and stuff. So check that out.
Okay.
There's VV that everyone was talking about, which Giga called it underrated and became one of the most popular shows of the season.
Okay.
Then there is Fumetsu no Anata kind of fell off for me, so I'm not going to say that. But 86 was another show that I thought was very good, and everyone enjoyed season 1 and season 2. I mean, it's part 1 and part 2 of 86. Then there is Higehiro, which some people like, some people don't. I mean, really depends upon your taste, so I don't blame you. Horimiya, everyone watches. I would recommend reading the Horimiya manga rather than watching the anime because the anime skips a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, because the anime skips a lot of stuff. So checking out the manga is way better in my opinion.
Okay.
Of the current shows that is airing right now, Komi-san, of course, one very popular manga got animated, and the anime is actually doing pretty well right now. Miruko-chan, I feel like there's a drift between the viewers and the anime because the anime is very service-ish. So I mean, if you like fan services, I mean, Miruko-chan is your thing, man. Like, if you don't like the fan service, go read the manga. I would say.
All right, interesting.
Yeah. Right. So Blue Period, of course, Nick's favorite manga. Nick made videos about it. If you guys want to check out like stuff about Blue Period, check out his channel, by the way, as well. Randomly dude.
Okay.
He's in the chat. Okay. Yeah, check out his stuff. So yeah, that the manga is pretty good. The anime is doing decently in my opinion. I mean, it's going well right now.
Okay.
And one anime that I made a video about is Star Wars Visions, not a show that everyone talks about. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's not a show that everyone talks about. And why I'm mentioning that is because that was actually my first exposure to anything Star Wars related.
Wait, really?
I have never watched a Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah, I have never watched a Star Wars movie in my life.
And that was your first exposure. Is that?
Yeah, I was like,
Visions. Okay.
I was like, okay, Star Wars is getting it. I thought that, okay, since it's turned into a anime, it would be easier for me to watch it, rather than just the movie.
Okay.
So I checked the anime out, and it was pretty fun. I mean, I made a whole video about it, so you guys can check that out.
Okay.
It was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it, and maybe I might check out more Star Wars stuff, except that I'm hearing bad things about the new movie, so...
So along those lines, if you are interested in checking out Star Wars, I would recommend, in the same way that you recommended which Fate movie to start with, or which Fate series to start with, I would recommend, coming from somebody who saw them in the theaters when they first came out. Yes, I am that old. Watch the original 3. So Star Wars: A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. Everything else, in my opinion, and I'm probably going to get crap for this, but again, there are people who also like Star Wars who would more or less agree with me. I think everything else is just icing on the cake, whether it's tasty icing or not. But the core of the story, I think, is the first 3 movies. You'll get people who say there's no other Star Wars but the 3 movies, and I can kind of see where they're coming from, and I think the additional 3 sequels, the two sets of 3 sequels, including the newest ones, build off on what was put together in the original 3. I think, and I would recommend, because of when they came out, I would recommend looking at it with an open mind. because I've heard people say, well, it's crap. The special effects are nothing like what you saw in The Force Awakens. Well, that was the 70s. ILM was actually the only one who was able to put together the technology to do what they were able to do. And that's how they got. That's how they put themselves on the map. Was they had to create the technology to make Star Wars in the first place. So look at it from that way. And basically, like we were saying, like we were talking about, it's basically it's having fun. The entire premise of the original 3 series is a throwback to the old 1930s space serials like Flash Gordon and all that. That's the genesis of that idea from George Lucas. If you look at it as something fun, you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And that's my own personal opinion. I would recommend checking out the original 3 just to see where all of this is coming from. That would be the Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero for that.
Fate Stay Night of actual real movies.
Of the Star Wars movies. Everything else is pretty much really fun icing. Some of it not so fun. Some of it a little sour. But you kind of get the thing. So that would be that would be my recommendation. So what else? What else from the current that you're enjoying right now?
Not actually from the current, but from some that aired a bit ago, like Bokuto no Remake, another show that I went out of my way to make a video of. I personally enjoyed that because because I'm going through that sort of phase, like going to college and stuff. So it's like perfect anime for me.
So you went back 6 years in time.
No, I did not go 6 years in time, but you get what I mean. Like,
right.
The turning point in our life.
Exactly.
So that's another show that I enjoyed watching a lot. And maybe, what else? Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of shows that I watched this season. But there was this one show that got turned into a game. I mean, actually, it was a game that released along with the anime, Scarlet Nexus. If you guys have the free time, go check out the game rather than watching the anime. If you have 35 hours to spend, go for the game.
It's just 35 hours. That's what 3 days. A couple days. Don't do anything. Just Uber Eats. For sustenance.
Yeah, I mean 35 hours. It's like vague, and actually not 35. The game story is like 27. I took I don't know, something hours. I leave the game open and take a dump or just eat dinner or something. So that's how that turned into 35.
Okay, gotcha.
But I mean, standard JRPG length is like 55 hours, like the story mode and stuff. So yeah, good luck with that.
So Scarlet Nexus, the game is better than watching. What is it about the anime that didn't take for you?
It's rushed. The animation is horrendous.
Really?
See, this is one thing that I think a lot of anime people should stop doing and just adapting games into anime. Like if you're doing it for promotional stuff, it's understandable. But when you make sequels and stuff, it just doesn't make sense because one of the things to squeeze 24-hour or 35 or 50-hour content into an episode of 24-minute episode is just unrealistic. You're gonna skip a lot of stuff. Gonna be weird, and that's the one problem that I have with the light novel adaptations, with the game adaptations. Half of these they're rushed. They have skip content, and they're just below par at times. There are only few light novel adaptations that really are good, like ReZero or some people say How to Pick Up Girls from the Dungeon. I think that one was, and then the Slime Show and stuff. Those are like the few good light novel adaptations. Even though I said that I got into SAO I got into anime thanks to SAO. I still think that SAO's anime is crap because of the amount of skip content and how they turned Kirito into this weird protagonist, while when I went ahead and read the light novel, it was totally different from what I saw from the anime. So yeah, if you can, if you're watching an anime, especially manga stuff or anything, if you have the time, do check out the source. You know, the damn it, what do you call it? Yeah, from where this it came from. You know, like if it's a manga, it's a manga. Light novel, game, a game. Check it out because there's gonna be a lot of stuff that anime skips, and I think that's one of my problems with anime: skip content.
So did you feel you felt that for this one, Scarlet Nexus, they skipped a lot. The game is much better. The anime skipped a lot. Did you feel the same way? You were talking about Horimiya earlier. That read the manga over the.
Yeah, again, see, as I said, anime. There's a lot of skip content because I got to squeeze like this mini stuff into a 22-minute episode. 2 minutes is 2 minutes for openings and endings, of course. So you got like 22 minutes. You got to squeeze all of the story into this anime. And how do you do it? You're gonna have to skip a lot. There's gonna be a rush. They're gonna speed it up a bit. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. With Horimiya, it's a good anime on its own, but it's even better as a manga because they focus on the other characters a lot more on the manga.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then there's Bloom Into You, which I read a few days ago. Before that, I read the manga. Anime. I watched the anime, so that was one manga that I enjoyed reading because it was way better. I mean, the anime was good on its own. The manga was just very good.
Okay. All right. You hear that, folks? There's some advice. There's some wisdom from Vic, and I think looking at the time now, we're getting into 10 o'clock. I think that's pretty much all the questions that I had for you. And I think we covered a pretty goodly amount of stuff. I enjoyed talking to you, sir.
It's my pleasure to be in the podcast. Sorry, the show, man. It's interesting, you know. Yeah, coming out and talking. I mean, it's usually just me inviting people and just doing podcasts and stuff, but it's kind of interesting just to come on to another person's show and just be a guest and talk. So yeah, it's my pleasure, man.
I'm glad you were able to, and I'm glad I was able to talk to somebody else about Bandori and anime to some degree. I mean. And I'm sure everybody else in chat is also like us, anime fans, anime and Bandori fans. So thank you again for coming on the show. Having said that, folks, I think we're going to call it for the night. Once again, I'm going to thank Vic. Vic, you were an absolutely fabulous guest, and I enjoyed having you on. I hope you did enjoy your entrance theme. I had fun putting that together with a little bit of the little intro was of course cribbed from I Love Pro Wrestling with I and Maho, and that was just a lot of fun to do. So folks, coming up, we're gonna have another guest, not this coming week. The following week, May, who is in chat, I hope she's still in chat. May will be coming onto the show, and we're going to talk about Macross, the very first one, Super Dimension Fortress Macross. If you guys want to get in on some of the chat that we're going to do, go ahead and check it out if you can find it. I think right now Funimation is airing Robotech, which is the English version, which is going to be different from the original Japanese, which I was able to find streaming. You probably find it streaming either on YouTube or somewhere else. Check out the original Japanese. I think we're going to be talking about, I'm probably going to talk about both versions to some degree. May told me she watched the Japanese version. I'm watching the Japanese version, and I've seen the original the original show, the original Robotech, the American version, back when it aired in 1984-85. Yes, I like I said, I am that old. So we'll be talking about that, probably doing some compare and contrast, kind of like what you were taught in school. Compare and contrast these two, the French Revolution with the American, that whole thing. So we're gonna take care of that. That'll be in 2 weeks. Next week, I've got some fun stuff that we're gonna do, and again, we'll get back to our regular schedule of Bandori appreciation, Maho tributes, and then more anime. They've got some shows that I want to talk about. I want to talk some more about Aquatope, Love Live, probably Love Live, the Pride of Orange, and there's a couple other ones that I want to take on at the next stream. So glad you guys were able to come out and watch the show. Again, Vic, you were a fabulous guest. Maybe another day we'll have you back for some more some more chat. What do you think?
All right. It's a pleasure, man. And I would love to come back for another.
Oh, definitely. Maybe we'll get...
Again, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
there's a lot of stuff we got to talk about.
Oh, definitely. Maybe we can get a round table.
Yeah.
We'll get a couple of folks to... That'd be awesome. All right, well, good night, folks. Everybody have a good evening. Thank you for coming out on stream, and we'll see you next time. It's going to be episode 19 of Anime Show next week. Good night, folks. Have a good night.